8. Right, these guys that have joined us today, this is why we're doing this. Thanks for joining us, guys. Awesome having you. I've got a little bit of piece of paper here. Chris, Mark, do you want to tell the guys what you think I've got here?
Well, we know what you got there. That's not even a question of what you got there. I can actually give a little bit of background to what you got, and it's actually really cool. Though, you know, I wish I had something in front of me that I could physically show somebody. But, you know, that piece of paper basically is like the key to the future of everything huddle related going forward. I mean, you're talking about secure connection. You're talking about touchless control. You're talking about fluid switching. I mean, you can't beat what that piece of paper is basically saying right now. It is, I've seen it in action. It works. It's zero latency. It will actually send the signal from that room to another room so people can watch it flawlessly, you know, 3 blocks down the road. If you're in a campus environment, it's really a big problem solver. I'm pretty excited about what I see coming out of that. What do you think, Bob?
Yeah, it's amazing. I wish it was a Barco thing. It's not. It's just Chris and I happen to be in a spot in this industry where we get previews of things. And, you know, I hate the word game changer in AV, but, man, it's game changer stamped all over that piece of paper that you have right there.
You're 100% right, man. I mean, you guys are taking a look at it. You're seeing the specifics there. I have to ask you, Jason, and you guys there, you know, here in the U.S., we've been looking for that perfect solution that goes into a room that basically takes care of everything. What are your biggest problems out there? Because this particular box, I almost guarantee will solve the problems that we are all having in this space. So what's your biggest challenges, for example? Because I think the box will answer it.
Yeah, what are you most excited about when you read that?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about AI, right? And there's an AI element built into this. Almost walk in the room, it knows you've walked in the room, it knows what you want to do. It's continually learning what you're going to do and what you're expected to do. So for me, that's going to blow me away, and that's going to completely game change from those people that are apprehensive to walk into a room. They'll hold a call from their desk or try and work in a more insular environment. They're going to be more encouraged to come into huddle or come group meeting spaces. What do you think, techie guy?
Funnily enough, just for what you've just said, the amount of times these meeting rooms that we've got in here, the amount of times you walk into me and say, I just want to walk in and, to the point where you're ready to throw something and scream something and you get all excited about it. That's this.
The best part of that. The best part of that is when you walk into the room, it knew who you guys were. Individually, it said your names. That there alone is worth its weight in gold. The minute that it detected who you were based on your cell phone, it read your stuff because, listen, you download that app, you put it on your cell phone. The minute you walk in, it detects who you are. Dude, you don't need necessarily that Microsoft integration anymore now. It's detecting based on an app who you are. It's setting the settings to your preference. It even height adjusts the camera. I'm short.
We're surrounded by short people. This is it. This is the beauty of it. This is the stuff.
I need like a booster chair.
Well, you know, you guys haven't even talked about, I mean, you know, for something, you know, the buzz out there too is this VR and AR, and to have 360, 8K, all of that baked in, going wirelessly to any device in the room, and then just the AR features where, you know, you're not even presenting in 2D on a flat panel anymore. You have this AR feature where everybody in the room is being able to see these things that you're talking about on their own device and floating, you know, in space and manipulate things in 3D. I mean, you could see this not only in the huddle space, but like in an engineering lab. I mean, the detail is insane.
Yeah, exactly that. We've worked, you know, fairly recently with holograms, and we thought they were the next big thing. We seem to have just skipped a whole new level from a sales point of view, and the kind of account management sort of area that I normally sit in as well. We look at all the stuff that's on the list and you go, wow, that's going to be stupid expensive and that's just not going to work. But if they're staying where they're staying, then forget it.
All in one RU. That's the best part. It's complete. It's all one RU, fits inside a rack space. And the modularity capability of it is pretty outstanding. I mean, single fiber connection to the external boxes that allowed you to build additional things into the the box. So if you need to go and add a bigger amp, it has, like an amp piece to it that will, give you an extra 100 watts of power to power some speakers. It's the complete solution in literally 2 rack spaces if you count all the modular pieces that you can add to it. It's pretty impressive.
That was the mad bit. It's like you said, where you feel like it's almost skipped so many things to come to what I read it and straight away, straight away said no chance, it can't be. But if it's for what's coming, I can't wait. It's just weird, like I said, it's potentially skipped a few things. I remember posting when we chat away on Twitter, I posted the other day, I want my own Jarvis. I want Jarvis. I'm getting Jarvis.
You're getting Jarvis into a corporate setting. Not only can you use it in a corporate setting, it's friendly to go into government installations. It's ready for that. It's ready for the EDU world because they can knock down and scale back the features so they can bring it well within a price range. The prices I'm hearing on this thing is ridiculous. So, for something that started as an incubator project with 2 kids basically at MIT to where it is now, it's really exciting. And, and aside from what me and Mark do on a daily basis, being, employees of a manufacturer, we're also insiders, and we write and we podcast and do all that stuff. To have access to something like this that could be this big, I think, I think 2019 is going to be a big year. I think ISC, if they plan to bring this to market at ISC, is going to be huge. It's going to overshadow a lot of other, possible news that's going to come out because, everybody's been talking about the same thing about, let's talk 4K, 8K, video over IP. The video over IP wars are going nuts. All this is going on over here. Meanwhile, this product just comes in and just goes, bang. Here it is. I mean, just on that cut sheet alone, I don't think they really need much fanfare. They can just basically just come out there and just.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think even in its kind of most basic guise, as I said, even if they do show it at ISA straight away without the fanfare, somebody's going to see this. When they see this and realise what it is, only scratching the surface is what it does. You're still going to look at it with that, as we all say, that wow, instantly. Yeah. Without going into the nitty-gritty of how it's going to do it and what it's going to achieve. Just looking at the basics is going to blow your mind. I think the other bit that I liked, as you said, is where you can break it down. It can go into corporate, it can go into government, more secure. Security and AV at the minute is everybody is in a bit of a panic mode for this. Yeah. The beauty of this, the things we can see, they've got, with all the information they give us, almost a white paper just about the security of this. Things like going into your Active Directory, single sign-on for you as a user. You can use group policies so you know yourself the only people that are accessing it is stuff that you're doing as part of your normal IT job. You're not worrying about securing this as its own entity and worrying about its security. It's part of your inherent security anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I mean, for AV people, the security piece is huge. I mean, because for us, securing AV used to be locking the TV cart in the janitor's closet at the end of the day. So to have something that has, all these group capabilities and all that kind of stuff. I mean, when I was looking at this, we get so used to incremental, what you guys were saying, we get used to these small incremental improvements in an existing product. And to see something that just goes 2 generations, like in one step. Yeah. Right. I mean, and honestly, Chris, did you even see something like this coming this year?
No.
I mean, we've both written about like companies to watch and all this stuff. These guys are on nobody's radar.
Yeah.
I didn't even think a product like this was possible yet. I thought we were 2 or 3 stages away.
The reason why we didn't think of this, the reason why we're having a problem understanding how a box can come and be so simple and answer so many questions in one package is because everything that we've seen over the last 5-10 years coming out of any of our technology shows has been incremental upgrades, or not just, it's not an upgrade, it's essentially, okay, company A creates this and then next year it adds a feature and another feature. We're not getting hit with like this big, megaton, explosion of creativity or ingenuity in one shot. You're getting these little tiny increments. It's like you're getting fed little crumbs of, all right, we're improving our products. Every product improves every year, but we're not getting a mega bomb of this.
This is a mega bomb.
So I look at you guys. I can't wait to hear what you guys see it at ISE. This paperwork, everything that we sent you, the literature, everything right there is on point. I need to hear what you guys think when you get there, when the physical product's out and, past, the curtain and all the mystery of it. I think it's going to blow people away. And it's surprising that me and Mark can sit here, as journalists at this point or bloggers, if you will, and be that excited of a product. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Chris just mentioned the comment section there. What we also want you guys to comment on is who made it this far in the video? Who made it this far in the AV Jam to learn that this product ain't real? And there's a moral to the story here, guys, and we all 5 of us subscribe to the same moral. Don't believe all the marketing hype. It's show season. I'm about to board a plane a week on Sunday to ISE. Too many products get seen at shows, and you can't sell it. Your customers can't buy it. So,
exactly.
Hello. Right, you watched Project Deadpool. Did you fall for it? As integrators, we shouldn't be just designing the coolest shit. We need to deliver great customer experience, great user experience, and test it. Manufacturers, we know that your development team is more important than your marketing team. Act like it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. We kept the cameras rolling, and there's more to come, and it's some really good stuff from Kev and Mark and Noel. Make sure you watch the next one in a few days' time, and subscribe and comment if you did fall for the Project Deadpool thing. See you next time. Cheers.